This is pineyprepperbill. A couple of things I wanted to talk about today. First thing is, Cody the dog that we got that inherited us or adopted us. I've been taking him out with us. He's not doing real good. They upped his medication. He's got good days and bad days, but he's not doing real good. He was going for a ride with me a couple times, but went out 2 days ago and had a nice ride and took him out to the lake and stuff. He loved it. Today he's not doing too good, but it's not going to be good soon. The dog's not going to last too much longer. So that's that. That's Cody. We ended up getting a rooster for the chickens. I haven't laid any eggs yet. And yeah, I did put a little bit of money out, more than I should have, for the chickens. But I always wanted chickens. We wanted a rooster so we could, keep getting... You don't need a rooster for them to lay eggs, but, to have baby chickens. To get baby chicks, you need them. We haven't named them the chickens yet because they haven't really... They all look the same and they all act the same. They're all stupid. But the rooster we got looks a lot like the neighbor's chicken, Jack. We were watching Seinfeld the other day and Kramer got that rooster. Little Jerry Seinfeld.
Hey.
Is that your chicken making all that noise?
Oh, Jerry loves the morning.
Who?
Little Jerry Seinfeld. I named my chicken after you.
Water's a little low. Nothing coming over yet. So we named the rooster Little Jerry. So that's that. When you watch the weather, why do you watch the weather? Because you want to be prepared for what's coming, right? Do you have a hurricane coming, a tropical storm, major flooding, possible power outages? Well, you want to get ready in case you're going to have power outages. I want to make sure I get my generator out ahead of time. If a storm's coming tomorrow, I'm going to get my generator out, put it up on the deck, run the cords, make sure I go to the gas station, get some gas. Because we had a storm that came before, like 2 years ago, and it wasn't really supposed to hit us hard, and it did. And there were no gas stations within an hour of us. They all had no power. If a storm's coming, you want to make sure, is it going to rain tomorrow? Do I need an umbrella? Are my windows down in my car? I was working out in the yard. I got my sawzall and table saw outside. Do I need to cover them up? Do I need to put them away? You'll watch the weather so you can be prepared, right? Why do people watch these prepper channels or the news and talk about shortages? We need to get this. They say we should get stockpile on this, and there's going to be a shortage on this, but they're not doing anything about it. I mean, I've had people tell me, like, well, some prepper channels and all are like, I'm not stockpiling food, and why buy food now at a high price when 6 months from now it's going to come down? Well, some prices have come down, some haven't. Some prices have even gone up even higher than 6 months ago. Gas here in New Jersey was over $5. Went down almost $1. Now it's back up 30 cents. It's up and down, up and down. The meat, the watching videos and the news on all these ranchers and all getting rid of cattle, getting rid of pigs. I mean, miles and miles on the highways of them going to these auctions to get rid of their animals. They're the ones that were supposed to be raising babies and stuff for the next couple of years. They can't afford it because of the drought, because of food and everything else, and grain. So they're going to the butcher now. Meat was up high. Some meat was hard to get around here. I'm sure maybe not in every area, but around here it was. But my wife went to the store the other day, and I think she got chicken or pork chops. She said it was cheap as hell. But what the experts are saying on these different channels, and the ranchers and the butchers and people in the meat processing or whatever, they're saying you're going to see meat drop in price. It's going to be cheap as hell. But then come the end of next year, the end of 2023 and 2024, you're not going to find a lot of meat. And if you do, it's going to be expensive. They're talking about 1 pound of ground beef to be $50. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. But do you stockpile meat? How long will it last? I saw one guy, supposedly a prepper. I mean, he's got a great homestead. He's got cows, sheep, chickens, horses. He's got everything. Pigs. Whatever he's got. He's not stockpiling no freeze-dried food. No generator. He'll never eat an MRE. He'll never eat any freeze-dried food. It's garbage. He's got like 5 or 6 freezers full of meat. We did that. We had 2 freezers full of meat a couple of years ago in the summer. Our power went out for 2 weeks. We ate as much meat and shit as we could. We weren't home at first when it went out. So a lot of stuff in the refrigerator we lost. The one freezer, stuff was pretty warm. You know, if it was winter, you could stick it outside maybe. And one guy's talking about, doesn't need generator or solar. The power, if the power ever goes out, it'll never be out more than a week, ever. The government will always put the power back on. Well, maybe that works for you, but it doesn't work for me. Putting the chickens, you know, put a little bit of money into the chickens at first, special feed and all that, because they were babies and stuff like that. But now it's cheap. Haven't got any eggs yet, but we'll always have eggs. We'll always have chickens. If we gotta eat them, we gotta eat them. The chickens. I'm not a big chicken person, but people are telling me that they're watching the news and like, oh, in a year this is going to happen. The shortages are going to be worse, and we should be getting this and getting that. I'm like, all right, so what are you buying up? What do you mean? Well, are you buying freeze-dried food? Are you buying this? No. This one guy says we should, you know, the government says we should be stockpiling, or not the government. Somebody was saying that you should be buying, you know, gold and silver. Okay, I don't think so, but I mean, that's my opinion. But if you think that's good, are you buying gold and silver? No, not yet. So what are you waiting for? You know, if the storm's coming, are you going to wait until the tornado is at your house before you start putting shit away? Are you going to wait for floodwaters to get into your car before you roll your windows up? I don't know what people are waiting for. I mean, we purposely moved out here to where we're at. Yeah, it's a little expensive. If I could afford to move, I would. But we wanted to be away from everything, away from town. We wanted well water. We don't want city water, town water, municipal water. We don't want it. It can be contaminated. You don't know what's in it. They can turn you off. And that's another bill. I can pump as much water as I want. Unless it's a drought and they tell you not to. But I have a well. I can take the cap off. I have an emergency hand pump. I can stick down in my well. And I can pump water by hand. Now we bought an extra one just in case that one breaks. We have all kinds of food in the house. We heat our house with wood. We can cook on our wood stove. Now if you live in Florida or Arizona or something, yeah, that's not going to work for you. But if something happens, or a quarantine comes, or the monkeypox, or whatever comes around next, and there's another lockdown, and if there's an EMP, or whatever happens, we have enough food if the power goes out. we have enough food and water where we don't have to leave our house for about a year and a half. Just say some of that food's bad. Open this up, this can went bad, or that's no good, or something. All right, let's take it a year. You go all the way down to 6 months, if possible. A friend of mine bought a whole bunch of food because he's worried about stuff happening. He's worried that the power might go out. He got hit a couple of years ago with, you know, I forget what state he was in, and so he wanted to get some food for him and his wife and his 2 kids. He bought, I forget what website, I don't know the brand, but he bought some freeze-dried food. You know, not a pallet, but he bought, I think, like 2 or 3 weeks, which is a good start. I think everybody should have 2 or 3 weeks of food and water. But I asked him what he's going to do for water. He's like, oh, I got, you know, water at my tap. I'm like, do you have city water? Yeah. I'm like, well, what if that doesn't work? If there's an EMP or something like that he's talking about, well, then you might have a day or 2 of water at home, and then that's it. You ain't got to find a way to flush the toilet, a way to go to the bathroom. All that food you bought, you have to cook. Oh, water's real low over there. So you need water to cook that food, and a way to cook it. You know, maybe if you have gas, you know, like a gas stove, you know, maybe that'll work, maybe not. We have electric at our house, that won't work to cook. So you got to have enough food and water. The main thing is water. You know, I was watching this prepper, somebody sent me a link to this prepper or homesteader, big channel, a lot of views, talking about that big flood in, what's that, Mississippi? Flooding, people got no water, people don't, the government or the National Guard's giving out bottled water and stuff. He literally told these people you can go to Walmart or Target and buy a Brita and take the water from your backyard to the stream that's overflowing and pour that in a Brita and drink it. No, you can't. You will get sick and you could die. And people are listening to these people. So whatever you see or hear on these prepping channels and mine, you know, don't take our word for it. Do your own research, see what works for you. We wanted to move out here. We wanted to make sure we had well water. We wanted to be able to have a place for our pigs. We wanted to have chickens. You ought to be able to have enough. Everybody's situation is different. I mean, if New York or Washington, D.C. gets bombed with a nuke, yeah, I might have a little bit of fallout or something. I might have to go in my house and tape up my windows. You know, it might be hard to go outside in radiation and get water. It's not everything is 100%. You know, if an asteroid comes, you know, I mean, there could be another flood, right? So unless you're building an ark, like Noah, then I guess you're not a prepper if you don't have an ark. You know, or, you know, maybe an asteroid or comet's going to come and hit the Earth. Well, then you need to be friends with Elon Musk, right? So you can take off into outer space or maybe start a new colony on Mars. So not everything is foolproof. You can't prep for everything. But I do have hope for the younger generation, because I think a lot of them are stupid, no work ethic, no skills. But I'm wrong. I mean, I have met a couple people that are a lot younger, and their heads on straight. They know what's going on. And I got a couple comments on a couple of my videos. People that were born in the late 80s and 90s, and they know what's going on. They know how lazy some people are, and how everything run right now is ridiculous. The stupidity. I mean, just the whole going green thing. going green is a great idea. I'm all for saving the planet. I live here most of the time. But when the technology is not there and you're pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, when the resources to make these EV cars are worse for the environment than building an SUV, it makes no sense. Here in, get this, ice. You don't have to buy ice anymore at Wawa. They sell bags of ice. But people are actually walking in and what they're doing is people are walking into Wawa, buying a case of soda, buy 1 cup of soda, and they're taking the big plastic cups with lids. I saw a lady take 12. She had 10 or 12, maybe more, full of ice and lids. Went up to the counter. They're free, which they didn't used to be. You could get a to-go cup, but now it's, you know, if somebody doesn't have money and they need water, well, you know what, I don't have any money, I don't want to take a hot dog. I don't have any money, I'm taking a sandwich. This lady walks out with 2, 4, 6, 8, 16 large cups of ice, plastic cups of ice, put them in 2 Wawa bags. She walks out, goes in the parking lot. Her and her husband have a, I don't know if it's brand new, but they got a real nice pickup truck. It looks like a brand new giant 40-foot trailer. They pull the coolers out and they're dumping the ice in there. A bag of ice is like $3.50, $4 or something. So they saved that $4, but they just threw like 18 cups in the trash. I've seen this 3 or 4 times, and my wife's seen it. So, is that good for the environment? You know, you go to Starbucks and Wawa, Dunkin' Donuts, get your coffee, latte, whatever. Plastic cup, throw it out. Plastic cup, throw it out. They're not cardboard. They're not like the ones that will actually disintegrate in the ground after a couple of years. It's all plastic. And they're the ones, you gotta go green. You gotta get rid of your big SUV. Same people that buy stuff on the Amazon every day. Amazon, Amazon, Amazon. FedEx, FedEx, FedEx.
Speedy delivery to you, so you're out of the neighborhood. Bye-bye. Bye, Mr. McFeely.
All those cardboard boxes, all that fuel, we're going green. The president, you know, the climate change agenda, gotta go green. But yet he's, what is it? How many days in office has he been in? And they said he's taken more vacation days than any other president in history. Flying and driving all over, flying in jets, ground the airplanes. You want to save the environment? Maybe they should get a hold of Elon Musk and get a Tesla limo that's bulletproof and let the president drive around for 200 miles in a Tesla. Charge up for 3 days and then go again. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Everything is junk. Clothes don't last. 3 or 4 washes, the sleeves fall off. Holes in the knees. Boots don't last anymore. Everything comes from China. Want to stop global warming, climate change, all that shit. You want to go green? Stop all those tanker ships. Or stop all those, you know, cargo ships bringing all that shit over here. It's bad for the environment. You know, everybody preaches going green, but they're the ones doing everything opposite of what they say. It's ridiculous. This is Piney Prepper Bill. Let me know. Are you seeing what's coming? What do you think's going to happen? Shortages. Meat coming down. Meat going to go up to $50 a pound. I don't know if any of that's true. I don't know. It's just everything is hearsay. Everybody's got somebody that knows somebody. I don't have a clue. But I do see some crazy shit going on. I've been doing a lot of walking, a lot of stuff around the yard. Lost 40 pounds, so that's a good thing. I feel a lot better. That's just what I got for now. I just wanted to know are you watching the news? Are you seeing what's going on? Are you prepping for any of this? Or are you just sitting back and waiting until the last minute? Are you going to wait until your car floods before you go out and roll up your windows? What are you doing for food and water? And can you stay in your house or apartment or whatever? How long can you stay in there with no power? If the power shuts off, do you have a way to cook? Do you have a way to get water? Do you have a way to go to the bathroom? Flush the toilet? Do you have a plan for that? They say roughly you need a gallon of water a day per person, minimum. Now, if you're going to cook, if you got all this stewed MREs or freeze-dried food, and you need a way to cook, you need a way to clean the stuff, what are your plans for that? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for the people that are watching and commenting. I see a lot of people are awake and see what's going on. And this is Piney Prepper Bill, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.